Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go in eco. Let me start the timer. So last night what I did is I adjusted the trucks also. Hey Siri, open door 1. So on the downside, if you tighten the trucks too much, then you can't turn as easily. And you leave them too loose, you could get that wobble when you're going fast. On the outside, the kingpins are showing 2 threads. On the kingpins on the inside are showing 4 threads, which means that on the inside they're a little bit tighter. So I think the way that works is that if I want to make a turn, it'll be a little loose right now, but as I go more into the turn, it becomes more tight. So I guess the result is that the turn is more controlled of a turn. Again, I'm new at all of this, so there's some things that I'm just still learning. I know for sure right now that tightening these helps. Good morning. On Saturday, I went all the way to work, took a little detour, came back, went around the neighborhood I think a couple times after I tightened the trucks again. And then yesterday, also took it out for a short ride. So I've been riding it. So I'm surprised that when I charged it this morning, I only charged it for 1 hour. I went to 100%. But I did notice that it has one of those bigger chargers, like the ones for the Suron, that has a fan. So when I plugged it in, it's, I heard the fan right away. And I was surprised because I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was a charger like the one on the GTR Series 2. So much nicer than the street wheels. But my concern coming down here was the drivers. They drive fast, not paying attention. They could easily, veer off onto the bike lane. Because I don't have a rear view mirror, I have to rely on my hearing. Did I mention how quiet these motors are? The motors still had the plastic protective film on them. So yeah, this guy literally that I bought it off of rode it for 32 miles. So he took it out of the package, I guess rode it around a few times, put it back in, and I don't think he used it after that anymore. So that was a nice little surprise. Going 22 miles an hour, I didn't even know it. Somewhat of an uphill climb here. If I come a little earlier, I don't think there's as much traffic. Right now, I guess there's some kids driving, parents driving, trying to get their kids to school. It's not late though, so closer to it, I think it's a mess, but I'm cutting it close right now, being past 7:30. Okay, 20 miles an hour. Jeez, man. What a mess with all these rocks. I noticed yesterday that my board had a chip on it already. And I know that it didn't have a chip on it when I bought it, so that was me. Well, it looks like I'm doing it. I'm like halfway there. The other part was like, where am I gonna put the board? I've been thinking about it, and it's kind of been a little hard to visualize where it's gonna go exactly. So I think it's just gonna have to go, standing up right against my desk. I'm gonna have to lean it up against my desk. Ew, what is that? Okay, slow down a bit. Oh man, somebody killed a rabbit. Wonder if it was that rabbit that was coming head on to me the other day. Why can't this town clean up these bike lanes? They're horrible. No, normally with the Suron, I would go down this street to the right and then just ride that street with no bike lane all the way to work, but I don't think I can get away with that on the board. The board isn't fast enough to keep up with a car, so they'd be like behind me, you know, for like a couple miles. I don't think they would like that. Well, actually it's more like mile, but their speed limit there, I think it's like 35, and people usually go 45. So if I was going 20, I think they would just lose their minds. I hit that brake a little bit too hard there. Oh yeah, and it's like whoops here. I actually think I have to use my brake. Okay. People need to pay attention. Don't run me over. Don't run over me. This is still bike lane. I don't think there's anybody behind me, but I'm gonna go here on this side because I could at least see the cars that are coming. I'm right here, I'll walk it. I was actually able to store it underneath my desk. Timing it, 3:38. It's about 92 degrees out here. No, actually it was 94. 94 degrees. We'll see how the motor does. I mean, I did go and read, try to see, you know, what they say about riding in hot weather, and the general consensus was to don't ride full speed, which I don't anyway, so I don't know, I think I should be fine. Let's go on the sidewalk. It's not make people nervous. They're not used to seeing this. All I'm gonna try to do here is get to that right there.
Sign is on to cross. Wait. At the balance, walk signers on to cross.
Well, could this be more dangerous than New York City? Doubt it. Well, I'm probably gonna make it across sooner than these people. This is somewhat satisfying. Looks like I'm doing 19, 20 consistently now. Feels stable. I don't know why always this feels like such a long stretch. Almost halfway there. The trucks are squeaky. Well, when I turn, right, when I step on it and I lean it from side to side, it does that loud squeaky sound. So the way to fix that is by greasing the pivot cups. And Evolve doesn't have any more grease on the website. I think they're out. And they use lithium grease, not the white lithium. So I went online to see, started checking around, see who has lithium grease, and the only place that I found that has lithium grease, but most places have lithium grease, but it's white lithium grease, so that has like a different component in it. The only place that I found that has lithium grease is AutoZone. They have a jar of STP lithium grease, so I'm gonna go pick that up and I'll make a video on that, on greasing the pivot cups, and I'll do a before and after. I don't know if it affects performance really, but some people said that the turns are smoother, which I don't doubt that. I could see where some people outgrow the eco mode and want to be, you know, riding around the GTR, especially like they do all those, you know, sliding, drifting and all that. I don't think I will get to that point. And if I ever did try any of that, it would definitely be with some good armor, some good gear, so I don't get messed up. I'm definitely gonna fall off doing stuff like that. The wind really helps because it's 92 degrees right now. Getting that breeze really helps. I know my board appreciates it. Yeah, I think I could go full speed over here. 21. Smooth as butter. 21, and I think I maxed out at 22. I maxed out at 22. With my 3-inch cracks in the pavement. Shoot. I think it's not outside what's gonna kill my board, it's in here. I thought it would be good to show the battery percentage remaining. I'm at 69%, and that was going to work and then coming back. So I used roughly about 31%. Yeah, I used 31%. So that means I could probably make 3 trips.